Who do I want to meet next?
Who would really blow you away?
I think I met everybody.
You must be my lucky star, 'cause you shine on me wherever you are. I just think
You frighten men.
I don't know. Do I
Men that-
frighten you?
Yes. You give your heart away easily.
I'm afraid so. Yes. Look, I'm not sitting here feeling like, oh, it's hopeless. I can't have a relationship with anybody, you know. A lot of times people say, well, when are you going to run for president or whatever? Well, I don't know. Be careful what you wish for is what I say.
That's right, you might get it.
I'm gonna keep my baby, tropical on the island breeze.
Are you able to get up in the morning, look at yourself and
go,
fall
ugh,
around
what a
this
dog.
Yes, quite.
Yes.
La bonita, I hear your voice. It's like
You've had enough suffering.
No, I haven't actually. I'm Catholic women.
So am I.
Name one person who doesn't like power. Sometimes I think I don't enjoy my success enough, or I don't have enough time to just kick back and have a good time.
What are you gonna do? Talk to me. Tell me your dreams. Am I in?
Greta Garbo and Monroe, Dietrich and DiMaggio, Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean, on the cover of a magazine. Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, picture of a beauty queen. Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, dance on air. They had style, they had grace. Rita Hayworth gave good face. Lauren Catherine Manitou, Betty Davis, we love you. Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Vogue, vogue. Vogue.
You got to let your body move to the music. You got to just let your body go with the flow.
Well, as you know, wild horses would normally drag me from my little grey home in the west of London. But for the 1000th edition of Wogan, we've come to the Mediterranean. In May every year, Cannes becomes tinsel town on the Riviera, where all the huge glitterati gather. However, the biggest star of all rarely graces the town with her grande présence, but she's getting all the attention. She is, at least according to her manager, the biggest star in the whole darned universe. And for the 1000th programme, I've come down here to talk to her. Madonna.
Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it does take a good one to get past me. You're a brunette, aren't you?
Yes.
Is this just a change for the sake
Well, I'll
of
tell you what
change?
happened. When my tour was over with, I was going to let my hair grow out because it's really brutal on your hair to keep bleaching it all the time. I mean, this is my natural, this is the color I was born with, and it's tiresome to bleach your hair all the time. It really is, and it's painful. So when the tour was over with, I said, okay, that's it. My hair is going to be dark again. But then they asked me to do Evita, and she had blonde hair, so I kept keeping my hair blonde for the movie. And then when it looked like it wasn't going to happen, I said, oh, you know, screw it. I'm going to be dark. I can't keep doing this to my hair for Disney. So now I'm dark.
So has the change in hair colour in any way changed your personality?
No.
Made you more tempestuous, perhaps?
To have dark hair?
Yeah, stamp the foot and all that a bit more.
Oh, no, I
more
was
Latin.
doing that plenty when I had blonde hair.
Does the kind of pressure you're under here give you any chance to get out and about and be at least partly anonymous?
Oh, no. Anonymity is not a possibility, during the festival at least.
Or at any time, really, is it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, every time I've come to Cannes, it's been when I've been on tour or something, so generally people always know I'm here. And I don't know, maybe in a week they'll grow tired of following me around. So.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, there are loads of big stars here, figuratively as well as metaphorically. I mean, you've got Schwarzenegger and Dolph Lundgren and De Niro and Eddie Murphy, who's small but dynamic. And You're the one who's getting all the attention.
Yeah.
They must be spitting blood.
Those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, I think Arnold and De Niro certainly get their share of attention.
Yeah.
I don't think they're feeling neglected.
So what about In Bed with Madonna, which is what it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
called in Britain? The opening for that was last night.
Mm-hmm.
How is that?
It was wild.
Le festival accueille Madonna.
Beauty's where you find it. Beauty's where you find it.
Are you happy with the result?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the movie, and I think it's been really well received here and also in the States.
It covers the Blonde Ambition tour, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, America, do you believe in love? 'Cause I got something to say about it, and it goes something like this. Don't go on saying you best believe it. Put your love to the test. Know you got to make him express how you feel, and baby, then you know your love is real. Don't need diamond rings or 18-karat gold. Fancy cars that go very fast, you know they never last. No. What you need is a mixture of him to lift you to your higher ground. Make you feel like a queen on the throne. Make you love it till you can't come down. Don't go forcing your best, baby. Put your love to the test. Know you got to make him express how you feel, and baby, then you know your love is real. Roses are the way your heart, but he needs to start with your head. Satin sheets are very romantic. What happens when you're not there? You deserve the best in life, so if the time is right, then move on. Second best is never enough. You do much better, baby, on your own. Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test. Know you got to make him express how you feel, and baby, then you know your love is real. You got to make him express himself. Hey. So if you want it right now, make him show you how. Express what he's got. Really ready or not.
How much of it is for real? How much of it is? Was there at any point during the shooting of it that you felt you could forget the camera?
Yes, there were many points in the film that I forgot the camera, and there were many points in the film that I was very aware of the camera. I think we sort of covered all areas in terms of, I mean, there were some very set up things where we knew what we were going to do, and we improvised on a theme. We knew what we were going to talk about. Director Alec would say, "Okay, go sit in this room and talk about this," and we knew it was like a little improv scene kind of a thing. And then there were sections where I absolutely had, there were so many things going on, and the camera literally was documenting what was happening, and I didn't even know it was there. So it runs the gamut. But to me, it's irrelevant what's true and what's not true, because even when you know the camera's there and you're playing to it, there's something very revealing about yourself in that, even.
Warren Beatty, in the course of the movie, implies that you're only real in front of a camera.
Well, he says, no, what he says is, she can't live her life off camera. Why would she want to film any why would she want to do anything unless it was on camera? And everyone likes to ask that question. But my opinion of that is that that Warren is actually speaking about himself. When he says, you can't live your life off camera, what he's saying is, I could never let someone follow me around. I would never want anyone to know me personally. And, you know, we're very different people. And, you know, I set out to make a movie about my life for 6 months, so that meant to film everything.
Great. Take a breath. Good. This is crazy. Nobody talks about this on film?
Talks about what?
The insanity of doing this all on a documentary? Well, this is a serious matter you're throat, yes?
Why should I stop here?
But does anyone say it?
Who's anyone?
Well, anyone that comes into this insane atmosphere, you realize that they all feel it when they come into this atmosphere.
I mean,
when they come into your dressing room, when they come wherever you are, they feel crazy. Now, do they talk about it?
no, they accept it.
Well, why don't they talk about it?
Because.
Well, you want to think about that, don't you?
No, I don't. Let's get back to
Do you want to talk at all off camera? You have nothing. She doesn't want to live off camera, much less talk. There's nothing to say off camera. Why would you say something if it's off camera? What point is there of existing?
I think it was very brave of you to do this.
Yeah, well, it was.
And you had no regrets. You've never had any regrets. Did any of your advisors say you shouldn't do this?
Yeah. My manager was horrified the whole time we were doing it, because he comes from the old school that Warren does, and that is that you have to have mystique about you all the time, and that people won't be interested if they know, you know, what you look like without your makeup on, or what, you know, when you're upset, when you're feeling tired, you know, you have to cloak yourself in this, you know, Garbo-esque, you know, aura of mystery, and that you will lose your appeal to people. But I don't agree with that, and I don't think that it's possible to reveal yourself completely.
What do you feel about certain parts in the film, about a young audience watching them? There are risque parts in the movie.
I don't think there's anything in the movie that the youth of America or Europe, for that matter, are not aware of or exposed to already.
When, in parts of the film, the Toronto police want to ban you and all the rest, and the thing that's surprising about that is, it seems to me anyway, that you're quite surprised that they should want to ban you.
Well, I certainly know that some people are outraged by my behavior, but I was quite surprised to find out that I may possibly be arrested for my behavior. You know, after all, it is a performance. It's a theatrical performance, and it's not like I'm going out on the street, you know, running around without my clothes on. You know what I mean? I was shocked to know that that in the context of a performance, that someone would find it so offensive that they would.
What are you trying to achieve on stage?
Well, in this particular show, I did, as I said, I did very much see it as a piece of theater. You know, I portrayed sort of lots of different characters, and I say this in the speech to the Vatican. I say that it takes you on an emotional journey. You know, so I portray many things, life, mostly.
You're a heroine, of course, to many millions of young people, young girls and young boys. Do you think you're a good example to them?
Yes, I do.
people on the street and walk on by. Make me wanna hang my head down and cry. If you gave me half the chance, you'd see my desire burning inside of me. You choose to look the other way. I've had to work much harder than this for something I want. Don't try to resist me. Open your heart to me, baby. I hold you like and you hold the key. Open your heart to me, darling. I'll give you love if you turn the key.
I think I stand for freedom of expression, which I think is essential. I think I stand for being honest, for saying what you believe in, for going after your dreams. I deal with a lot of subjects in the movie that I think are really important. Homophobia and sexism and all of those things. I mean, I'm against those things, and I'm very vocal about it in the movie, about being against them, and also in my show. And I think that those are important things. And I think that let's see, what else? Why else am I good for people? No, I think that I think I am a good role model.
Susan!
Good going, stranger.
And you can dance. For inspiration. Come on, come on. And when
Get into the groove, boy, you got to prove you're to me. Get up on your feet, yeah, step to the beat, boy, what will it be? Music can be such a revelation. Dancing around, you feel the sweet sensation. We might be lovers if the rhythm's right. I hope this feeling never ends tonight. Only when I'm dancing can I feel this free. At night, I lock the door.
You seem to lead from the front. Indeed. Would you say that people are frightened of you?
Sometimes, yes.
What is it about you that frightens people?
My boldness, because I'm very confrontational, you know, and I think it's hard for people to hide from me when they meet me.
Are you frightened of anybody yourself?
I suppose I have been, yeah. Yeah.
What makes you nervous of people?
I feel the most nervous around people who can't be honest with me, who can't look me in the eye, who are afraid of really presenting themselves to me and being honest.
Were you always powerful? Were you always confrontational? Have you changed?
I don't know if I've always been powerful, but I certainly have always been confrontational, yes.
Do you like being powerful? Do you like power?
Who doesn't?
Not everybody. Do you like
Really?
do you
Name
like-
one person who doesn't like power.
No, everybody wants to be famous.
No, it's not. It's not just fame. It's power. Anyone can have power. I mean, it's how you feel about yourself. It's how you carry yourself. It's the effect that you have on people. It doesn't necessarily. It's not synonymous with fame. And I think that I don't think you would find a human being on this earth that wasn't interested in power.
Yes, it's how you exercise it, of course, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think you exercise it properly?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Is anybody likely to tell you to your face if you don't?
There are many people who disagree with my opinions and my points of views and the way that I live my life or carry on, and they're welcome to their opinions.
But within your own circle, is there anybody who ever disagrees with you?
Yes.
What do you do to them?
What do I do to them?
Yeah.
I have them sentenced to jail and I have their heads cut off.
Yeah. But what I mean is, do you welcome
I listen to,
disagreement?
yes, I absolutely insist on it. I don't want a bunch of people, you know, running around kissing my ass all the time. I prefer people be really upfront and honest with me. I don't mind that because it gives me a chance to explain not only to them, but once again myself, why I do the things I do. It's good.
Is this a philosophy that you've grown to evolve, that's evolved within you, or something that
Yes,
that
because
you
when
were
I
born
was
with?
younger, it was very hard for me to take criticism, you know, and I think it's hard for most people when they're young to be told that they're wrong or that someone disagrees with them or whatever. But I've learned to, I've actually learned to appreciate it, criticism.
So if somebody comes up to you and says, "I didn't like the way you performed,"
I'll say why.
and they'll say, you didn't sing very well," and will you argue with them and say, "Yes, I did," or will,
Well, I'll
you
say,
will
well, if
immediately
it, what
see
we'll have a discussion about it. Yeah, and sometimes they'll be right, and sometimes they'll disagree.
you won't
with them.
always be right?
No, sometimes they'll be right. Sometimes if they say, listen, you sang like shit last night, they could quite possibly be right. You know, whatever. Or, listen, I thought you were really impatient with this person when you were talking to them, or you were rude, or whatever. Sometimes I am, and I will agree with it, you know.
The thing that I notice about that everybody notices about you, so you'll excuse me if you've been asked this before, you seem to reinvent yourself every few years. Is that a conscious thing, or do you just get tired of yourself and say, "I want a new Madonna" every couple of years?
Well, I don't think it's a question of getting tired of myself, but um, it's all different aspects of my personality, and I just kind of I focus in on different aspects of my personality, and I kind of get very involved in it, you know. I mean, like sometimes I'll feel very vulnerable, and that's how I'll appear. Sometimes I'll feel very strong, and that's how I'll appear. I mean, I don't think there's a big difference between what I do and what, say, De Niro does when he gets completely involved in a character, and for that 6 months or whatever, he walks around all day long with his, you know, weighing 40 pounds more than he does, with long hair or whatever, and he completely changes, you know, his appearance. And, you know, obviously he's searching out, you know, I don't think an actor chooses to do roles in movies that he can't somehow relate to in some way, you know. So in a way, I think it's very similar. You know, I'm just kind of acting out different parts of my personality.
Does it strike you that sometimes, for instance, if you feel your popularity is flagging, that you must be something, you must be more outrageous, you must do something else?
No, that's my personality. I've always been that way.
Made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through. Didn't know how lost I was until I found you. I was beat, incomplete. I've been had. I was sad and blue, but you made me feel. Yeah, you made me feel shiny and new, like a virgin. Such fun the very first time, like a virgin. When your heart makes you mine, so fine and mine, I'll be yours till the end of time. 'Cause you make me feel, yeah, you make me feel I've nothing to hide, like a virgin. Touched for the very first time.
How about your life now? As we look out here, we can see a huge yacht out in the bay.
Not my yacht.
Joan Le Pen. No, that's my one.
Oh.
But it's a fine yacht too. But as you look out at it, the good life, etc. Do you ever stop and think, "What am I doing here?" No.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And if you look back on the hard days, maybe not bad days, but hard days in New York, what do you think about? Do you think, how did I get here?
I say, wow, you know, a lot has changed. I've come a long way. Sometimes I think, God, did I know when I was 17, sitting on the fountain in the middle of Lincoln Square, wondering if I was ever going to have a friend, or wondering what was going to happen. Could I ever have imagined that this would happen to me, you know? And I can't, you know, it's unfathomable sometimes.
When you were there, did you have dreams that you would be where you are now?
Well, I had dreams, but I mean, I didn't know what the south of France looked like. I'd never been anywhere except Michigan and New York, so how could I even know, you know?
Have you ever thought of running for political office?
Well, I guess I have thought about it, but I'm kind of politically ignorant about a lot of things, so I wouldn't dare to exercise that notion at this point in my life.
You are a role model. You're a strong woman. We've had a woman prime minister in Britain. You've never had a woman president in the United States. Have you any hopes, dreams?
I make jokes about it. A lot of times people say, well, when are you going to run for president or whatever? Well, I don't know. Be careful what you wish for is what I say.
That's right, you might get it. Is there a mother in you?
Yeah.
You seem to be very motherly towards, perhaps motherly, but maternal anyway, towards the dancers, for instance, in your group in the film.
Yeah.
Would you like to have children?
Yes, I would.
How many?
I don't know, but to start with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you found anybody that you'd like to be father to those children to settle down with?
No. Unfortunately.
There is again, a bit in the film at the very end where you say that Sean Penn was the only one the one
He was
you
the man
really
that I loved most in my life, yes. So far.
Yeah. You don't see him as a... Do you see a chance that you would get back with him and perhaps have a family?
No, I mean, I still love him, but I have to be realistic. I mean, he has his own family now, so it would be foolish of me. But, you know, you can love someone. You know, I don't think you can spend many years of your life with someone and then, even if you're not together, just stop having feelings for them. You know, I'll probably love him till I die.
Do you give your heart away easily?
I'm afraid so. Yeah. Yeah.
And do you get hurt easily?
Yes. But I pretend that I'm not, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Something in your eyes is making such a fool of me. When you hold me in your arms, you love me till I just can't see. But then you let me down. When I look around, baby, you just can't be found. Stop driving me away. I just wanna stay. There's something I just got to say. Just try to understand. I'm giving all I can. 'Cause you got the best of me. Borderline. Feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Borderline. Feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline.
So you're very honest and straightforward, but there is... Everybody has some kind of facade, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. If I'm hurt, I try to cover it up with bravado, of course. It doesn't matter to me. Big deal, whatever. But, you know, I think people do that all the time.
Because of your fame, because of your power, because of your confrontational personality, do you frighten men?
I don't know. Do I
Men
frighten you?
Yes. Do you... I mean, men that you might think are attractive, which lets me out, but men that you might think are attractive and you would like to get to know better would be afraid to come within 100 yards of you.
Well, I just say, look, if they're not... obviously, I couldn't be with someone that's afraid of me. So, you know, it's not like I'm a big surprise to people. If a man sees me and they see the life I lead, everybody knows the kind of life I lead. You know, if they're willing to come within, 20 feet of me, then I think they pretty much know what's going on, and if they're frightened of me, then they shouldn't come near me.
What chance have you got of a normal, if any, a normal relationship.
What's a normal relationship?
Well, an ordinary man and woman relationship that isn't constantly exposed to press speculation or the media.
I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not sitting here feeling like, oh, it's hopeless. I can't have a relationship with anybody, you know. And I think a relationship, especially in the lifestyle that I lead and in the business that I'm in, is very difficult.
Do you have time to be sad about that, or does that occasionally?
Time to be sad?
To be sad about it.
Of course I do. Yes. I mean, fame and fortune isn't everything. So.
You don't regret it, though. You don't.
No.
There's no point you say.
No, because I have loved and I've had a very good life, and I have great hope about that. You know.
There's been some talk with you, Michael Jackson, about, as we've talked about you changing your image. Mm-hmm. Are you going to change Michael Jackson's image? There has been speculation about that.
I know. When I guess, you know, we've become friends and we were speaking of working together, and we're not working together right now. I mean, I was going to do a song with him on his new album that's coming out, and we got together, and I can't help it. You can see how I am with the dancers. I sort of have to get my hands in there and go, oh, you should do this, you should wear that, you should cut your hair, you should do, you know. And I gave him a lot of books to read and director's reels, and I wanted, because I think he's very talented, but I felt that he needed to be exposed to more things than he had been exposing himself to. So I tried to have an influence on him. I don't know if he's going to heed any of my advice. After all, he's done pretty well for himself without me. So.
Would you have to be the boss in any relationship?
In the professional relationship?
In a personal relationship?
The boss. No, I don't want to be the boss all the time. I would like to be with someone who is my equal, so it's a back and forth kind of a thing. You know, sometimes they're in charge, sometimes I'm in charge. You know, it's compromise. So. You
mean that?
I do. Yeah. I mean, if I'm with someone and I'm the boss all the time, I'm going to lose interest in them. So.
Of course, but it's going to take a very strong man.
That's right.
He's out there somewhere. Tell me about praying before your show. You were brought up a Catholic.
Yeah.
Are you still a Catholic?
Not a practicing Catholic. I mean, there are things left over inside of me that I probably, unconsciously, I am a Catholic, you know, things that are hard for me to get rid of.
Did the Vatican coming down hard on you, did that make you resent Catholicism? Did it make
I already resented Catholicism, yeah. I mean, I resented it as a child. You know, I thought that there were many unfair things about Catholicism, things I didn't agree with, and that just, you know, made me feel even stronger about that.
So what about the prayer before you?
But I, you know, I don't think you have to be Catholic to pray or practicing Catholic to pray. And I still believe in God, and I think prayer, for me, it works. You know, I think religion is best when it's personalized.
Gee, Lord, it seems like every time I'm standing in this circle before the show, I'm asking you for something extra special. Well, I'm here again, and they say ask and you shall receive. So I'm begging you to give me a voice to sing with this evening. And the girls, too. This is my hometown, so I'm extra nervous. And even though it's not supposed to matter, it does matter what they think. And so I ask you to give me that little extra something special to show everybody here that I did make something out of my life. Amen. Have a great show.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I'm not any specific religion per se, but I'm a spiritual person, and I think prayer is useful for me. And I think it's good when you're like about to go into a battle or play a game or whatever, you know, an athletic game. I think it's a unifying thing. It's a way to get people focused and get together, and it was a really important part of being on tour, and it's an important part of my life now.
Are you a team player or are you an individualist, would you say?
I'm both. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever look in the mirror and say to yourself, I wonder if I've got myself wrong? You don't seem to me to be somebody with any doubts.
I have many doubts. I have a zillion doubts. Every time you think you figured something out, you wake up the next morning and you go, well, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe I don't know myself as well as I thought I did. I mean, that's what growing up is about,
Do you miss your mother still? The mother who
yeah.
died when you were so young?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd be a different person if your mother was still alive? Or would your stage act be the same? Do you think? Your
I probably
performance?
wouldn't be in the entertainment business if I had had a mother.
Really? What do you think?
I have no idea. I'm just sure things. I mean, it was a very big thing in my life. It changed me. It made me. It turned me into the warrior that I am. I mean, because it hurt me so deeply that I said, "Okay, I will never need anyone again. Since I don't have my mother to love me, I'm going to, and my father is spreading his attention with 8 brothers and sisters. I'm going to go out into the world and make the world love me." I mean, this is what I say to myself as a child. This was my catalyst for doing the things I did. If I'd had a mother, I'm sure I would be doing something completely different. So.
Did you carry that forward into your life? Do you think that
early
philosophy? Well, but because obviously you don't have to be a psychiatrist to work out that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
You need love.
Yes, but everyone does.
Yes, but some people need it more. Some people need love and approval.
Well,
from
I
everybody.
think when you're 5 or 6 years old and you lose a parent, I think most children that do go through that experience lose one parent, both parents, or whatever. Their parents just aren't around. I think you end up having to go out into the world to seek approval and love and things like that.
Yes, but is there anything you wouldn't do to get people's approval? If you see what I mean? How desperate are you for people's approval, for applause, for the love?
I don't know. I don't know how desperate I am. Certainly, the more I get, the less. One would hope.
What about your father? Is he a benign influence on you now? I mean, there's an element when he comes in and applauds your show, obviously, but he has some reservations about it in the film.
Who wants to come? And when?
Well, whatever,
I mean, Dad, I'd love it if you'd come to both shows. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty racy in some sections. I don't know if you could take it 2 nights in a row.
Oh, you had to get racy on me.
Dad, I'm not getting racy. I've been racy.
I know, but can't you tone it down a bit?
What, for you?
Yeah.
No, because that would be compromising my artistic integrity.
Well, of course. You undressed in this performance?
No.
Oh, God.
Of course I don't.
Okay. Well, whatever you guys can get us tickets for...
Dad, I can get you tickets any night you want to come.
Would be great.
And just tell me how many tickets you want.
Well, my father's, I think the way my father's learned to deal with my career and the craziness that surrounds my life and the controversy and stuff is just a sort of, I mean, he has a very large family, and my father's had a really tough life himself. And I think that he sort of lets things roll off of him instead of reacting overtly either way. Instead of being really ecstatic and happy, I think to keep himself from being really upset, he just sort of goes like this. And that's been his method of survival through the years, and he doesn't treat me differently than any of my other brothers and sisters. And sometimes I think, oh God, why doesn't he get excited about the things that I've accomplished? But on the other hand, I'm relieved, because then I can come home and not feel like a freak or something, I'm treated like everybody else, and it's probably the only place I am.
There's nobody like this man. There's nobody like my father. Who's here tonight? And I worship the ground that he walks on. And it's his birthday. And I was wondering if I could sing happy birthday to you in front of 20,000 people. Okay, this is my dad. I was wondering if y'all sing it with me. Ready? Thank you.
Do you think the older generation approves of you?
The older generation?
Yeah, older people. Do they take a more censorious view?
I don't know. I think that the intelligent older generation with a sense of humor does. But I think people my age, there are plenty of people my age that don't appreciate me or approve of me, and younger. I don't think it's just the older generation.
What does that make you do? Does it make you annoyed, or does it make you want to change?
It doesn't do either. It makes me laugh. If people are really annoyed, it's one thing to if you don't like somebody, you don't like them. Okay, I don't like this person's music. Okay, so I don't listen to it. But if people are really annoyed and really vocal about it and they get upset and they rant and rave, then it makes me laugh because obviously I've touched something in them that they're having a hard time dealing with, and I think it's very telling about them that they're so annoyed by me, you know?
That's what all the boys say. Catch sheets and luxury so fine. Oh yeah, all the suits are custom made in London. But I've got something that you really like. Gonna just do my love. Oh, love, my love. Gonna just do my love. Oh, love, your body.
How much of your whole image, how much of your whole performance is tongue-in-cheek? How much of it's done with this? Is it all done with a sense of humor?
I think, yeah, I do. I think it's a lot of what I do is well, not a sense of irony, you know. I think it's good to see someone, a performer or whatever, and say, now, does she mean that or doesn't she? Because it makes you ask questions, and it makes you see that there's two sides to every story, and everything isn't cut and dry, everything's black, everything isn't black and white, you know. So, and I think that I try to make that clear in my work by being tongue-in-cheek. So, I never want to be taken completely seriously. I think that that's the death of anyone.
Of course. But that is the problem, isn't it? That people think you mean it most of the time, don't they? Do you mean everything you say?
I mean everything I say, but I'm in terms of like my performance and stuff. I mean, certainly in my last show, much of what I did was tongue-in-cheek, and I mean, I'm being very sincere with you right now, but when I present a performance, for instance, and many times in my songs, there's a sense of irony that most intelligent people see it. And the people that don't, well, they don't. I mean, everyone can't love everything that you do.
Of course.
Or understand, even.
That's right. So the people are enjoying your performance, but sometimes on two different levels.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
What kind of a businesswoman are you? Do you think you're a good businesswoman?
Yes, I am. I mean, I pay attention to everything that happens. I'm a detail freak. I know everything that's going on. I'm very bad at mathematics. I mean, I can't, when it's very hard for me to sit still with my business manager while he's telling me about, this account and that account and interest on this and or how we have to invest our money over here. It's so boring to me.
Do you like dealing with the men in the suits?
I like dealing with anybody that's got a brain. So whether they're wearing a suit or a bathing suit.
Yeah, but I mean, do you take advice from them, or do you have your own positive view of how things should be done?
It depends on who it is. I mean, do I take advice from any man that's wearing a suit?
No, not necessarily, but I mean, you are a strong person. You do have strong opinions.
Yeah.
You're open to advice.
Yeah.
But you must have your own opinion all the time.
Well, yeah, of course.
But that'll usually be the one that wins, won't it?
Well, no. I mean, in terms of money, my business manager knows a lot more, so I very often listen to his advice. I'm just saying it's hard for me to stay interested for very long in money issues.
Of course, it isn't usual for somebody who is a performer, who is an artist, to be able to
have that head. Yeah.
It's almost impossible to keep the two going.
Yeah.
So you have to have people around you that you can trust.
Absolutely.
And you have people around you.
Yes.
Is money important to you?
Only when I want to buy a painting that's really expensive. Yeah. Then it's important. But honestly, I not that important. No.
Could you go back to being what you were without any money, without position, without people running around after you?
But I could never go back to what I was. I don't think anyone can.
If it all fell down tomorrow, if
it all fell down tomorrow, I'd still have all the money that I've earned. I'd still have my friends. I'd still have my family. So I wouldn't have to work another day in my life. I could live a perfectly wonderful life.
do you ever feel like doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel like giving it up? I mean, do you ever feel, oh, God, I'm fed up with this?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah. Because I work really hard, and sometimes I think I don't enjoy my success enough, or I don't have enough time to just kick back and have a good time. But I think, well, maybe I should just go live in a cabin in Louisiana or something, but I know I would, I would go live in a cabin in Louisiana. I'd start organizing the farm. You know what I mean? I would, eventually, my personality traits would come out again.
So it's no use. How long is it since you've had a holiday, for goodness sake?
God. Well, on Easter weekend, I went away for the weekend. So that was my last holiday. Yeah.
Is there a danger that you take yourself too seriously?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, I never do.
Are you able to get up in the morning, look at yourself,
and go,
fall
ugh,
around
what a dog?
Yes, quite.
Yes. Yes, I do that every morning.
And what about the fitness? You're jogging in the morning that you do. You run for 6 miles, don't you?
Sometimes more. It's doing me. It's actually a time when I meditate. So it's spiritually, it's great for me. It's when I sort of tune everything out, all the problems, all the stress, all the requests, all the demands, all the expectations, and I just run. It sounds really corny, but it's really Zen-like, you know what I mean? It's the time that I escape. And it does me a lot of good.
What about movies? Do you feel that you haven't been entirely as successful in movies as you've been? Would you like to do something that would really pin their ears back in the movies?
Well, if you're asking if I want to get much more involved in my movie career, the answer is yes, I would. I have devoted the last 8 years primarily to my music career, and now I want to concentrate more on my movie career, not just as an actress, as a producer and a director.
I had a feeling that you'd want to be the producer and director as well.
Yeah, well, I produced this movie, and it was a really great learning experience. Just the whole process of putting a movie together, putting a crew together, budgeting the movie, making sure everyone's doing their job, looking at the footage, editing it, dealing with internegatives and interpositive prints, and dealing with the studio system, and it was actually a lot of fun. I liked it. So I'd like to do it more.
Holiday, celebration, come together in every nation. Holiday, celebrate. Holiday, celebrate. We took a holiday, some time to celebrate. Just one day out of life. It would be so nice.
You like hard work, don't you? You like to. Do you ever have a moment of peace? Do you ever have a moment of repose?
Well, I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, when I go running, it's kind of a moment of peace for me. Also, get up in the morning and it's quiet and I have my coffee and I read and it's quiet or at night sometimes. I mean, I don't like really to go out that much. I'd rather just lay around with a good book.
Are you ever lonely?
Yeah, sure.
Are you more lonely than you're not lonely?
No. No. No, because I'm fortunate. I have some good friends. So can always call them up.
Your friends remain the same to you as they were before you became rich and famous? Or have you
Not
just-
everybody. I have a handful of friends that were my friends when I first moved to New York. And they're still my friends. And of course, they're my best friends because I know, they've remained my true and deep friends all these years, no matter what's happened to me. And I appreciate them the most.
The movie Dick Tracy was, well, in my opinion, anyway, was probably your best so far, I think, in terms of critical, anyway, reaction to it. But you didn't get paid anything for that, did you?
No.
How come you got paid so little for that movie?
Well, because I really wanted to do it, and they weren't offering anybody money to everybody. In fact, Al Pacino didn't get paid either. That's how Warren pulled it off. He got everyone to sort of do it for a favor.
And he got all the money in the end, did he?
Yeah, kind of.
That sounds like good business to me.
Hello?
You're breaking and entering, you know.
Sorry.
Sit down. Aren't you gonna arrest me?
If I were going to arrest you, I'd have done it by now.
And what are you up to, honey?
I think Lips Manless is dead. And I want you to tell me who killed him. Or maybe you weren't on his side. Whose side are you on?
Side I'm always on. Mine.
No grief for Lips?
I'm wearing black underwear.
You know it's legal for me to take you down to the station and sweat it out of you under the lights.
I sweat a lot better in the dark. I know how you feel. You don't know if you want to hit me or kiss me. I get a lot of that.
Look, you're safe. Big boy's in jail. You're the one that can keep him there. Give me a call.
What about Evita? Are you looking forward to doing that? Are you going to do that?
Well, I'm not going to do it right now. I was going to do it soon. And, Disney was going to finance it. They were going to be the studio and behind it. And they couldn't come to terms with the director and as far as the budget is concerned. The director wanted to make it for X amount of dollars. And Disney, who's trying to be very frugal in terms of spending right now, said, well, we only want to make it for this amount of money. And I said, look, I don't want to be in the low-budget version of Evita. It's not that I don't want to be in a low-budget movie. It's just that the movie requires grandness. And, it's a lot of music, a lot of dancing, a lot of big sets, a lot of location shooting and costumes and stuff. It's very expensive. And if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. And I don't want to be in the mediocre version of it. So what happened is it went into turnaround at Disney because Disney finally said, okay, we don't want to do it for this amount of money. So now that Paramount is trying to buy the project with me and the director attached to it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Have you met Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Many times, yeah.
Do you have any disagreements with him about how it should be done?
No, actually, he's been very supportive of the way Glenn Caron, the director, has written the script and the way he wants to do it and stuff.
So he's happy with you doing Evita?
Yes. Yes.
How are you going to keep all those balls in the air that you've kept so successfully? For a long time now, you've kept in the forefront. People might say, oh, she's slipping, and then back you come with a bang. You can't keep doing this, can you?
I don't know. I don't do it for other people. I do it for myself. I don't sit in my room at night going, oh, God, how am I going to keep everybody interested, But this just what I'm thinking at the time, what I feel like doing. And if I grow tired of being in the public eye or I grow tired of, I just want to take a break, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't feel the pressure that I have to keep. I've accomplished a lot. I don't think I have to keep going and doing the same exact thing all the time.
You go back to being blonde again, will you?
Maybe if a role requires it in a movie, but I'm actually quite relieved to have dark hair right now.
You wouldn't go redhead on us.
No, I don't think that would look very good on me. I think I need to have freckles or something.
Are the changes that you make calculated, or are you a creature of instinct?
Instinct.
You love and hate on an instant, do you?
Yes, I do. I'm very impulsive. Yeah.
Well, I hope you retain all those characteristics. And it's been a great pleasure to talk to you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for joining us and talking so freely and so
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you. Madonna.
You're not my little boy. You see that I am hungry for a life of understanding, and you forgive my angry little heart when she's demanding. You bring me to my knees while I'm scratching at the eyes of a world I want to conquer and deliver.